What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me, goes a long way for you, because then you become a prize whenever great betting content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. I'm having to lean over a little bit. My dog's on my foot, but you know what? It's okay, because we're smashing in the premium Discord. We got Denny Avdia north of plus 170 double-double. That was phenomenal. Nick Richards double-doubled in less than 3 quarters. That was phenomenal. Plus 115 on that one. We have so many great opportunities coming up here in the late night window as well. Lots of double-doubles that just somehow showed up on the card. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a fun day there, so you're going to want to check that out. And just like you're going to want to check out Bet365 if you're in the great states of Colorado, New Jersey, Ohio, or Virginia. And why? Well, because you're going to get $365 in bet credits just by depositing $10, putting $1 on anything, and it'll show up there. It's a joke. This deal doesn't even make sense, so take advantage of it. It's only if you're 21 and over, and if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. But we've got so much to get to on today's slate. 10 games, plus, I want to throw this out there. MLB Lindy's is back, baby. Yeah, you're right. MLB Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks is back for the 2023 MLB season. I'm going to be recording that tomorrow night. Whoo, baby, it's a lot. We're going to have a lot of basketball. 10 gamer today, Infinity Gamer and MLB tomorrow. So many great opportunities. Don't worry, I'm still going to have the NBA covered for you too. So be on the lookout for that. And then, again, I started the MLB streets for everybody. Excited to be bringing that back for another year tomorrow night. So that's all I got for you here. Check out the premium Discord. Check out Odd Shop every single day. That's going to be 4 p.m. Eastern time to 5 p.m. Eastern time. We're covering live betting for you guys there for that show, so check that out. I'm not on it the rest of this week, but got a ton of great analysts here from Odd Shopper doing it. But as I said, 10 games. I should stop talking. I should start talking. I should stop talking now. Let's get to the picks. Pretty brutal first spot here. Milwaukee coming off of resting Giannis and Drew Holiday facing the Pacers, who will have to sit Tyrese Halliburton and perhaps Miles Turner as well. He missed last game and he is questionable entering this one. Like 11.5. It's like a lot of points, bro. But it's totally warranted. It projects just about accurate, although I'd lean the Bucks side on this one. But I really want nothing to do with this game overall, besides maybe I thought about it. A small play on the under of 236.5 here, because let's be serious. TJ McConnell and Andrew Nembhard, not Tyrese Halliburton. So I'm just going to lean the under, but out of all 10 games that we have on Wednesday's slate, I think this is the least appealing. I have a couple of other near bets that almost make the cut even better. So amongst these leans, I wouldn't be heartbroken, but I feel like this might be the same situation we had yesterday with the Atlanta game, where that total rises. If you wait, maybe we can hit an under on 238 or so. Another grotesque spot, the Nets hosting the Rockets. Even bigger spread than the last one. Huge home bump here for the Nets, although the Nets, we've had some interest in their props of late, last couple of weeks, specifically Mr. Spencer Dinwiddie. He's been good to us until that dud against the Magic on Sunday. I didn't bet him on Sunday, though, so it's okay. He had been playing some excellent ball in his return to Brooklyn, and I expect that to continue here against Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr. and company. No injury news, only Jae'Sean Tate out from the Houston side. Plus, as long as you don't get the quick hook on certain players here on the Nets side, I'm not really looking at the Rocket side. Mikal Bridges, his points prop looks mighty fine most nights since his change of scenery. Usage is there. Been a pretty good shooter his entire career, but nothing out here yet. We don't have those to look at. It's generally been in that 26.5 range, so be on the lookout for it. I'd want standard juice on that. As always, hit me up on Twitter at Eric Lindquist when these props drop if you have any questions of your own on a specific play. I am considering a play, though, in this one, and it's minus 12 here on the Brooklyn side, which terrifies me a little bit, but I have this closer to the 13.5 spot, which isn't enough for me to bet it right now. And I've been very open and honest on this program that double-digit spreads get wonky for me trying to predict. Although I've had a lot more success this season than I have in previous seasons, I'm only converting this at about a 58% clip. So it's barely about break even, just barely above break even. And that's just considering double-digit spreads. I don't bet them very often. So I'm not going to get carried away here. That's why I'm just going to call it a lean. The Nets laying the 12, but this has a better chance of making my card than the last game's total, throwing it out there unless that total moves. And if this line moves to 11.5, it would definitely be a bet. So if looking for a piece to just randomly add to your card that is just a lean at the moment, happy for this to be the one. Just won't be on my card yet. Brooklyn, -12. Eh. Now we're in New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Except for, Jalen Brunson, if he's playing or not, I don't know. He's questionable. They're hosting the Heat. Tail end of the back-to-back for the Heat. And thank God, Toronto. Lock comes to fruition. It's beautiful. Slam dunk official. That game just went final. As I said those words. And while we're on the subject of locks, this has been a long time coming. If you're going to come at me for calls gone wrong, fine. Go right ahead. But the comment section has been awfully quiet when I've had smash days like Fridays. I'm sure it'll be quiet down below. It'll be crickets. But everybody wants to let me know when Chicago gets the doors blown off of them or bad things happen, but nobody calls out the 8-1 night from last week. Nobody calls out huge plus money on triple doubles, double doubles hitting at plus money across the entire board for me today. Single game parlays like the Dinwiddie one and the Conley one that we've had the 3-ball plus points on that are plus 150 or greater on this program. And that, my friends, has led me to the conclusion that a lot of you are parlaying all of my likes and locks together on a nightly basis and judging me based on if they haul, hit, or not. That's pretty brutal, and it affects me a lot. And I get it. I make a lot of jokes on this program, but I try to be perfect. I work my ass off to be profitable on this, and because I joke around and sing Alicia Keys at the beginning of a segment does not mean that I'm not trying my ass off to make you profitable. So if you can't love me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best isn't just some cute Instagram quote for emo people during a breakup. It means stick with the process through the ups and the downs. I got you covered. If you've been with me throughout this entire NBA season, I promise you're happy with the results. And if you parlay everything every single night, the swings are naturally going to be wider, but that doesn't mean your mood swings, like my mood right now, need to be bad. So take some ownership of your own bets. Gather more news. It's late season NBA. Lots of stuff changes. Jimmy Butler gets ruled out. Yay, that was a huge plus for us. Something I didn't see coming, but I knew Miami was on a back-to-back. So of course, I was going to be valuing Toronto higher in that kind of a deal. And so before MLB Lindy starts tomorrow, I want it to be clear. I work hard. I have fun because at the end of the night, I want to record. I want to give you information, and I don't want to just be reciting it for 40 minutes. I don't want to just be sitting here saying the numbers on my spreadsheet. I would rather have fun unloading this information. But if you don't want to have fun, there are plenty of other programs on the internet that'll give you worse picks for a lot less fun. So enjoy those. I take this very seriously, though. Period. End of story. And with that, my pick for this one, betting. I expect Jimmy Butler back here on Wednesday, but his addition could mean someone else's subtraction. This Knicks team, they've been oh so good to us this entire season. Brunson, Quickly, Randall, all of their props, beating up on inferior opposition like they're supposed to, covering most of the time when we need them to cover against better teams. So I got to begin the card here, laying just 4 on FanDuel. Small play, but nevertheless, a play. We like it, just like we like working hard and making sure that we are being appropriate in the comments section. I want it to be very clear as we go here to Dallas and Philadelphia that it is okay to have criticism. You can launch criticism at anything. I'm here giving you free picks on the internet, trying to provide you with great information every single day. I'm not here to duck things like, I don't know, Joel Embiid ducking. Yeah, you heard me. Joel Embiid ducking. That's exactly what happened. Nikola Jokic, I mean, they tried to fade away there at the end, but they didn't even have Maxey Harris closing because they were up by a bajillion. Denver got complacent, yada, yada, yada. Joel Embiid was a -250 favorite going into last weekend. They get blown out by Phoenix. He sits out on Monday. Jokic is now a +105 favorite to win the MVP. Oh my, how the times have changed. But you know what goes a long way in solidifying your MVP case? Smashing the lowly little Dallas Mavericks. However, the Mavericks coming off of a nice win in Indiana. That doesn't really count. Let's be serious. There was no Tyrese Halliburton or Miles Turner. I hope you could beat Indiana, Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic. Just saying. Come on now. But this is an intriguing one, mainly because James Harden questionable as well. The two best players on the Sixers side, both questionable. Kind of a flip-flop of what we've seen lately for these two teams, as Dallas have Luka and Kyrie both off the injury report. So about damn time there, gentlemen. We got to wait on Maxi Kleber, who actually matters to me from a real-life basketball perspective when trying to handicap these teams. But I do want to kind of sprinkle a little foray because I have a feeling, especially looking at some of the odds that we've had the last couple days on FanDuel. DraftKings hasn't been too far off either, but I think there's a combination play that is very much prime time viewing for tomorrow. I'm leaning towards a Luka Doncic double-double plus a Joel Embiid double-double. I think this is just kind of that single game parlay, late game NBA. Dallas needs to win. I think that immediately bumps up the minutes allotment for competitive games. He only had to play 28 against Indy. They blew them out of the water. But you saw 40 on Sunday in that Charlotte spot. And if Joel Embiid plays basketball, I'm pretty sure this spread is efficient at 5, and that means Luka going to play every minute he can possibly handle as Dallas inches towards this playoffs, or potentially towards the playoffs. They're 37 and 39 in the West, so they got to make moves. And Joel Embiid, you want that MVP? Huh? I bet you do. You're a chaser for those kind of things. I would be too. Let's be dead serious. He has a chance to win frickin' MVP of the NBA. You don't take that lightly. Get ready for a square down or a showdown or a down something. Luka Doncic, double-double with Joel Embiid leaning because I need to see the numbers first. This is going to be a very abrupt part of the program coming up here shortly because it's a lot of teams. We don't have a lot of props yet, but the Los Angeles Lakers, fresh off of getting LeBron James back in the mix. Oh boy, did they play like absolute hot garbaggio against Chicago. No doubt about that. Not even enjoyable to watch. LeBron James looked a little bit off to me if you watch that game. 30 minutes, though, was still efficient out shooting on the floor. And then after the game, talks about how his foot potentially needed surgery. And then he went to the LeBron James of foot doctors. And I don't know. There's a lot of goat speak, but whatever. They're facing the Bulls here in Chicago this time around. And I don't expect Lightning to strike twice. That's kind of what I'm getting down to here. Chicago's still kind of floundering, not looking very good in the Eastern Conference, 36 and 39. They would be the last team into the play-in game if the playoffs started on Wednesday. But as well as they played, Patrick Beverley doing the short thing to LeBron James. What a ridiculous thing. Can you not do math? You're shorter than LeBron James. LeBron James is legitimately like 9 inches taller than you. Patrick Beverley, get out of here. Patrick Beverley. You know what? I didn't like that. That wasn't very nice. That rubbed me the wrong way, and I hate the Lakers. So we're going to bet the Lakers on the money line here. Minus 125. Think they're a nice parlay piece. I know all you parlay people. I think it's just on that approximation, that little cutoff where I think you need to go their direction. But D'Angelo Russell would be really great. Really great to see him tune it up here for the Lakers right from the get-go. That's a big piece that they were missing from Sunday. He is probable coming into Wednesday. A couple of days off here for the Lakers. Think they're able to get some of that camaraderie going. Oh boy, they gonna smash the Bulls. For the love of God, look at this picture. Sucks so bad, but this deal is so damn good that I don't even care. You bet $1. Yes, $1 in the video description box below. You click on the link to bet $365. You deposit $10 or more. You bet $1 on anything, just one measly dollar, and you're going to get $365 in bonus bets. I've never seen anything like this from a sports book, and this isn't just some random sports book. We're talking about one of the biggest sports books in the world that is joined over in the United States. It's only available at 4 states right now. So if you're in the great states of Colorado, New Jersey, Ohio, or Virginia, this deal is for you right now. The other 46 states, we have to wait. But you bet $1 in Colorado, New Jersey, Virginia, or Ohio, you're going to get $365 in bonus bets just by signing up, depositing $10 or more in the video description box below. So go down there, click on it, get hooked up. It's a great deal. Seems too good to be true, but it's true. So there you go. Sign up now. It's if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Alrighty, y'all, take advantage of that. Let's get back to the picks. I said it's kind of a weird spot here that we have coming up for the next 5 games. Yes, the whole tail end of this evening, Our lock is coming at the very, 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 very end, and I can't believe we're about to talk about it, but that's not this game. It's Clippers, it's Memphis, and the Clippers, boy, Nicholas Batum enters the starting lineup for Marcus Morris, who's going to continue to be out here. Paul George continued to be out here. Norman Powell actually upgraded to questionable. So that's something to be paying attention to, but gotta tell you, I mean, Nicholas Batum just buried me in that Bulls play. 8 for 10 from 3? You for real, Frenchie? Like, what's going on? It was beautiful. The Stifle Tower. That's Rudy Gobert. I don't know. The Baguette Batum. Whatever. Memphis is on a back-to-back here. John Morant, he ended up sitting. I think it's just injury management. I think he's going to be back here. The expectation is that he's going to be back here on Wednesday. Tyus Jones did a very serviceable job like he always does, filling in for him in that role. Think, though, we got to be paying close attention to Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr. Do any of these cats sit? I think there's enough injury information on a 10-gamer. I think we're going to have props that show up, but you might want to just be reacting to the news here because maybe you get some value going to plus 160 on the Clipper side in the event that other guys get rested, but I think it's more likely that I end up on the Memphis side here. I know the money line minus 190 seems like a big number, but hey, fits perfectly with that Lakers play. Think that that's something that you could combine, find some nice value with the two of them together. As it stands right now, I still, again, do you expect Nicholas Batum to go 8 for 10 from 3? I sure don't. I expect Luke Kennard to really be geared up for this one. His 24 minutes, he'll maybe knock down 8 threes. Don't quote me on that. That's not going to happen. But Memphis money line, I think, is as it stands right now, unless other injury information becomes available. We just got done with Memphis hosting a team on a back-to-back. OKC also hosting a team on the back-to-back, but their team sucks a lot more. They're facing the Detroit Pistons here without Bojan, without Cade Cunningham. He's been out like all year, without a lot of guys. Jaden Ivey's been playing good basketball, huh? I haven't bet a single prop of his since like 1993, which is wild because I don't think he was alive then. But here's what it comes down to. SGA is going to be back. That's really good if you're Oklahoma City. He sat out the front end of this one. We ended up on all the giddy props and all the land. I think that's going pretty well here at the moment. Hopefully he can finish off. Even had a sprinkle. Yes, a quarter unit over there on the old triple-double. I don't know if he pulled that off. Let me pull up the box score here live. That would be way more fun. Oh, 131, 129. Charlotte's up at the moment. Giddy's got 39-9. Oh my God. Giddy has 39-9. I need at least one of those to convert for the double-double. That would be fantastic. Even though it got steamed up to minus 130. Why does everybody hate me? Now I just knocked this out of my headphones. I have to plug this back in while I'm talking. Don't mind me. This is stupid. Oh my God, Giddy, can you get there for us? It would be so incredible. Oh, I can't even imagine. Let's just move on here before I, OKC, money line, simply going to be what we lean on. Do I want to be betting it at minus 625? No. But again, maybe a parlay piece for all of you guys until Detroit goes out and wins straight up. And then I hear about it until for the next 25 years of my life. I almost made a 1934 joke. That doesn't make sense. That would be like time continuum. Up is down, left is right. It's like Charlie Day on Always Sunny. With the board and the thing. We should probably go to the next game. Here's a play. Utah going to San Antonio. Injury news all over the place. Jordan Clarkson out. Colin Sexton out. Rudy Gay out. We've got Fontecchio. He's questionable there. But the big news on the Utah side, Lauri Markkanen questionable. If he plays, I really like this number, but we'll get to that here in 1 second. On the San Antonio side, Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell, their two best offensive players. Jeremy Sohan, probably their third best offensive player. All three of them out. That seems bad. It's going to be the Zach Collins show. I doubt we're going to want to bet any of those props. Might be looking at unders for a potential blowout in the event that you get Lauri Markkanen in. But that news, the Lauri Markkanen news, is going to swing this line one way or the other. I'm going to guess Lauri Markkanen plays basketball here. And why do I guess that? Well, it's near the end of the season. They're 35-40. They're 12th in the West. Can they possibly sneak into the back end of that now that they have Portland waving the white flag? Damian Lillard done for the year. Woo. Somebody called that on this program. No, that was me. I definitely called that on this program. But Utah, minus 4.5. If Lauri Markkanen plays, this line is going to move to around 2. If he doesn't play, we're going to be upset that we bet this. It's going to move to around 6. But I think because of the extremes we're talking about here, I think it's worth a small play as it stands right now. Still waiting on props, just like we are everywhere here. So I don't want to get crazy with these spreads that are very, very close, confined type numbers. But I think guessing the injury news is probably the correct way to go about this. So Lauri Markkanen sat out last time around the old block, but played on the 27th against Phoenix. So his last game did show up. I think with this hand issue, it's a hand. I think we're going to know early on. -4.5. That many. The game I'm most looking forward to on Wednesday, there's not even a close second for me. I know Luka and Embiid is going to be incredible, so we'll enjoy that. But this is your prime time viewing. The Minnesota Timberwolves revamped back-to-back wins in Golden State and Sacramento. Those aren't nothing wins. Let me just throw it out there. Rested Karl Anthony Towns last game. Everybody is back in order for Minnesota. It's a fully operational Death Star, friends. I can't wait. Anthony Edwards, probable. Karl Anthony Towns, probable. You have to wait on like Torian Prince, but I don't really care about that. I'm talking about the core dudes from Minnesota going to be going up against the Phoenix Suns, who, by the way, oh yeah, they get Kevin Durant back. I heard he's pretty good at the old basketball. We'll have to be waiting on that. He's officially questionable on it, but he is expected to play in this one. And that, my friends, is why you're seeing Phoenix as 6.5-point favorites. Otherwise, I would be shocked, I tell you, not to see Minnesota close to like even money on this one, which is why I thought about locking this. I thought about it long and hard, but I don't really enjoy betting against Kevin Durant, especially in these remember me type spots where he comes back and you could play more minutes than you think he could. But I love what we're seeing from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Karl Anthony Towns, really nice in his last couple of games since returning. Sat out last game, and then Anthony Edwards took over the show. But with both of them back here, with Gobert playing really good basketball, with Mike Conley leading the show, with Kyle Anderson and Naz Reid, I have no words for how fun this basketball team is to watch. I can't believe they're mine. I love them so much. Minnesota plus 6.5. We like it. Don't want to go nuts because, again, Kevin Durant, heard he's pretty good. Maybe they decide not to utilize him there, too. That's not out of the question. Dude sprained his ankle warming up. I bet he's careful this time around, just throwing it out there. But they have a new ball boy, too. Minnesota plus 6.5. And our last game of the night, we go to lowly Portland. Talked about it earlier. They shut down everybody. Damian Lillard out. Jeremy Grant out. Yusuf Nurkic out. Anthony Simons out. Trendon Watford is doubtful. So that means he's probably not playing basketball. That's the definition of doubtful. Cam Reddish, doubtful. Definition of that. Also not probably going to be playing basketball here on Wednesday. I am just floored at how bad this Portland basketball team is projecting for me. I really have no other words besides that. Oh, and Sacramento on the other side, they have everybody. Everybody's healthy on the Sacramento side. Domantas Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox. I'm going to give them a pass here on the last time out against Minnesota because, again, I think Minnesota's really, really good. We might have a team. So I'm just throwing it out there. You're going to see a lot of these spreads. You just saw Portland get the doors blown off of them by New Orleans. I see this number being about 15.5. I know that sounds nuts. I talked about double-digit spreads at the onset. If you want to go back and listen to that segment, it was a while ago, but it was Houston, Brooklyn. Talked about double-digit spreads a lot. So if you stayed with me throughout all of that discourse, we have arrived. The lock of the night. Sacramento Kings laying a boatload of points, and it doesn't matter because I think they win by 20. Want to bet an alternate spread? We can sprinkle that in there. Want to bet 30 plus? Don't probably do that. That's a lot of points and pretty unpredictable. But 12.5. Oh, good luck. Shade and Sharp. Nasir Little. He's a little factor in this spot. Telling you, Sabonis, Fox, Herter. Party down time, baby. Fire up the beam, Sacramento, minus 12.5, your lock for Wednesday's slate. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays for Wednesday. Still a ton of props we're waiting on. Whenever they come out, hit me up at Eric Lindquist if you have any questions whatsoever. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of those in the premium Discord. That's where I'm firing those up every single day. You can sign up for that. Use promo code Lindy to get half off your first week. And then bet 365. If you're in Colorado, Virginia, Ohio, or New Jersey, those are the 4 states where it's available. Bet $10 or deposit $10, bet $1 on anything, and get $365 in bet credits. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, big day coming up for Thursday's slate. I'm going to have an MLB Lindy's. I'm going to have an NBA Lindy's. Short slate for that one. I think it's just a 2-gamer. But until then, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Wednesday.